Good evening, America. Where did excellence go? Seriously, where did excellence go? There was a time that people of all walks of life, poor, young, rich, black, white, green, people just wanted to be the best at whatever they did. Whether they wanted to be the best mechanic, or the best painter, or the best doctor, the best therapist. But now today in America, it just seems like we're a bunch of babies. And I'm all for unions. I'm all for people who have to go out there every day of the week, pick up garbage, police our roads, save people's lives in their ambulance. There's a lot of roles in America where we don't have unions, where we need unions. But this is just ridiculous because actors are pushing for stricter rules on AI performers. And it really doesn't make any sense. I mean, the argument is that we're going to create laws to stop software programmed by human beings from acting. I thought that was most of the animation that was out there today. In America, we have tons of animation. We have animation studios. But let's take a look at what these people want to do, because it's not just about let's form a union. The consequences of their actions seek to make sure that movies are never going to be made anymore. Why would anyone make them? Because their situation, what they want to do is they want to drive the cost up. And this is how. And what they're saying is they want a new contract focused on regulating AI usage in the film industry. Now, for example, me personally, if I'm in the union, I would think that I would want more work. That would be something that I think I would want, is I would want more work. I wouldn't want to take my union contract that's there to benefit me, my wages, my benefits, and the future of my life, and degrade it to like a computer. So the Hollywood Actors Union is actively advocating for the adoption of a Tilly tax, or a fee imposed on AI-generated performers that would make them cost as much as their human counterparts. Now think about that. The Hollywood Actors Union is actively advocating for the adoption of a Tilly tax, or fee imposed on AI-generated performers. This would make them cost as much as their human counterparts. I mean, just do you hear the lunacy in this? It makes no sense. Like, why not just go out there and be a better actor than the computer? If you go back to the 90s and the 80s when they were making movies and Die Hard and Star Wars and Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, which is a great freaking movie, these movies didn't have all the computer stuff in here. They had camera angles, they had people who knew how to act, they had people who knew how to do skits. I mean, In Living Color on TV was one of the funniest shows on television forever. And it was because it was ad-lib performance. So, like, this idea that, people go, oh, well, I got to go to a movie that just doesn't have any AI in it. It's just unrealistic. And it's just as unrealistic that actors in Hollywood would rather forego excellence. They would rather forego being better actors and set the bar high for Hollywood to push out more movies, okay? Because all those movies that are being pushed out still have people who are writing stories and There are other roles. There's graphic designers. There's audio. There's a lot of other roles. So there's a lot of other roles. And because the actors feel like they're going to lose a little bit of business, they want to make it difficult for everybody else to make money. That's not equal in America. All right? Excellence is what they should be achieving or striving for. But what they're going to try to attempt to do is push controls and restrictions that are going to 100% push the cost of watching movies and shows up for you. I'm Rob. This is just another silly thing. And, I don't know how many people really watch movies. I know a lot of movie theaters are still open. I know a lot of good movies are there. I don't know how many movies don't have AI, don't have computer generated. I think they all do. Even the love movies have AI and computer generated stuff. So I just think at the end of the day, if you're a great actor like George Clooney, then you're going to get work. And if you're a Tom Cruise, then you're going to get work. Or you're Sylvester Stallone or an Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Tracy Morgan, then you're going to get work. And if you're not, well, then you're probably going to complain and try to go out there and push stupid laws and contracts that force everybody else to subsidize you being inferior to the computer. It just doesn't make sense. I'm Rob. Bye for now, and have a good week.